guys! So I am 6 weeks and 6 days postpartum today, so I'm a little bit overdue on this video, but at least I got it done. I have kind of a lot to update on, not too much. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the babies. Both babies are smiling all the time now. It's so freaking adorable. Kyson smiles all the time, like pretty much day in and day out. He just smiles all the time. And Kaden is starting to smile a lot more than he was before, but he doesn't smile as much as his brother because, like I said in my last video, I think their development, Kaden's just like a tad behind Kyson, and I think it might have something to do with their weight. I'm not sure. Just all babies are different. So yeah, they're pretty much just like growing up. They had their appointment today. That's why I held off for so long on this video. I was gonna do it a lot sooner than this, but I wanted to be able to say how much they weigh now because oh my god, they're freaking huge. Kyson now weighs 10 pounds, 13 ounces. He is 20.5 inches long, which puts him at the 95th percentile for his height and weight, which is insane because these two babies were like teeny tiny little babies, like little babies at birth. They're just tiny. And well, I guess they weren't tiny because they were pretty averagely sized, but just compared to babies in my family, usually babies are like 7 or 8 pounds. Like I was 7'15" and my brother was 8'13". We just have big babies in our family. So to have a baby that's 5 pounds 11 ounces and 6 pounds 9 ounces, that's really small. So anyway, Kyson is now 10 pounds 13 ounces and 20.5 inches long. So he is short and fat. And Kaden actually grew significantly from his last appointment. At his last one, he was 6'6", and this time he was 9 pounds 9 ounces and 21.5 inches long. So he went from being in the 10th percentile up to the 50th percentile. So he has gained so much weight, which is incredible because he was a little bit tiny at his last appointment still. So yeah, they have just grown so much. It's just crazy to think that like these babies are so fat and like my boobs are feeding them. It's just like insane. They're just growing from my boobs. As for their schedules, sleeping wise, they don't do too bad. They actually do pretty good for twins. It's still not as good, obviously, as I'd like it to be, but I mean, I'm getting a little bit of sleep sometimes, at least. So on an average day, they will go down around 9 o'clock, and then they'll wake up around 12:30, and that's just on average. Kyson will usually go down initially for about 3 or 4 hours, and Kaden, sometimes he'll go down for that long, and sometimes he'll wake up around like 11 and want to eat and then go back down. For every waking after that, they wake up at like 12:30, then 2:30 or 3:30, and then around 4 or 5, and then again around 7, and then they're usually up for the day around 8 or 9, which isn't that bad. And actually, I got really lucky as far as their schedules, like at night when they wake up. Obviously it's best to have both babies awake and feed them at the same time and put them back down at the same time, but I really don't like tandem feeding or tandem nursing. I really just don't like it. So luckily, almost every single time I wake up in the middle of the night, one of them will wake up. Let's say Kyson wakes up. Kyson will wake up hungry, and I feed him and I put him down, and right when I put him down, Kaden wakes up. So I feed him and then I put him down and then I'm back down again. So I get lucky a lot of the time because that's what they do a lot of the time. And other times, just one of them will wake up and the other one just like sleeps for a little bit longer, which is really good because then I can get some more sleep. And actually, Kaden, about 2 or 3 days ago, Kaden, my little Kaden, slept from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. straight, which is amazing. But of course, Kyson woke up at 12:30 and 3:30 and 5:30, so I didn't get the sleep that I would have gotten if I just had him, but it was still so amazing that he did it that one night. And of course, he did it one night, and he hasn't done it again. And I remember Lilia did that around his age. She slept through the entire night for like one night, and it didn't happen again until like 6 months old, so I might just be getting excited for nothing, but hopefully it leads somewhere and they start sleeping through the night, or for longer periods of time, because they're still waking up every 2 to 3 hours right now. Also, we were co-sleeping a lot at first, and our schedule now is they pretty much sleep in the swing all the time, which I'm kind of nervous about because I don't want them to get attached to the swing. And so what they do is we put them down at night, like at 9 o'clock in the swing, and then for every feeding up until about 4 or 5, when I'm just tired of getting up anymore, I'll come out here when they wake up and I'll nurse them in the chair and I'll put them back to sleep in the swing. And then and then I'll go back to sleep in the bed just because I sleep so much better without a baby like right there and worrying about rolling over on him, because I'm already just such a light sleeper on my own. It's like if I have a baby in there, I'm pretty much not sleeping at all because I don't want anything to happen. Every time they wake up during the night, I get up and I feed him and I put him back down, and Drake just stays asleep because he actually got a second job. So right now he's working 2 jobs, which is really, really good money-wise, but helping out-wise, I don't expect him to help out during the night if he has to get up for work in the morning, because I think, personally, I just think if he's working, then he should get sleep, because my job is being a mom 24/7. Anyway, I'll wake up in the middle of the night and feed them, put them back in the swing, and then around 4, 5, maybe 6, when I'm just tired of getting up, I'll ask Drake to go get whatever one is crying, and he'll change their diaper and bring them back in bed with us, and then we'll co-sleep until 8 o'clock when we wake up. So for the most part, they're sleeping in individual swings, and then the rest of the night they're co-sleeping, and they really don't sleep in their cribs a lot, which Lilia never did until she was 6 months old. She slept in the co-sleeper bassinet, and they do not like the co-sleeper bassinet, and I've gotten Kaden to sleep a few times in the crib, but I'm thinking that this is going to be a bad habit, and I should probably start switching them over to the crib. It's just right now we don't have a rocking chair in their room, so it'd be kind of hard to just nurse them. I don't know, there's just little things that are just happening, so feel free to share your story with that if you think, if you kept your baby in the swing and that was a big no-no, let me know. But right now it's just like the best way that we can get the most sleep possible. Also, a couple of you guys noticed in their past videos that they both have umbilical hernias. When I first noticed it, I read up on it and came to the conclusion that it's not really that big of a deal unless they're like throwing up or not pooping or just something's off. So when I asked her about it today, it was exactly what I thought, and she said that they have a moderate hernia. She's seen some babies that have bigger hernias, but their hernias are a little bit bigger than some of the other babies that she's seen, and she said that they don't do anything until around 4 to 6 years old. So unfortunately they're just gonna have the hernia for now, which isn't a big deal. As long as it's not hurting them, there's no issue at all. So I just have to keep an eye on it, and I'll go ahead and insert a picture of when you can see their umbilical hernia so you know what I'm talking about. But it's weird because I have the same umbilical hernia from pregnancy from them, and I asked the doctor today if it had any correlation to them being twins, and she said it's pretty much pure coincidence that they both have it, and then it's just funny that I have it too. Yeah, overall, Kaden is more of the unpredictable one, and Kyson has himself pretty much on a schedule from night to morning, morning to night, all day. I pretty much know what's going to happen with him. He'll take about 3 naps a day, and Kaden will just sleep here and there. Sometimes he'll sleep all day, sometimes he'll be awake more. He's really unpredictable right now. I think he's just in that awkward phase of becoming like more of a baby than a newborn. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all for them. As for me, I had my 6-week postpartum checkup last Friday when I turned exactly 6 weeks postpartum. At that appointment, they had me undressed from the waist down, because remember with Lilia, they did a pap smear at my 6-week appointment, and he like looked down there to make sure everything was like intact because I had stitches, but this time I didn't have stitches. So they had me undressed from the waist down, and when he got in there, he was like, "Oh, are you feeling okay? Everything feels okay?" I was like, "Yeah, everything feels really good actually." And he was like, "Okay, we don't even have to look down there." So luckily I didn't have to have any kind of uncomfortableness down there for my 6-week appointment. And he was like, "Do you have any concerns with anything else?" And I was like, "Nothing except for that hernia that I had you check out a few weeks ago." So he was like, "Okay, let's go ahead and look at that." So he had me lay back, and when he was pressing on it, he was like, oh yeah, that's just not something that you really want your doctor to say. So he was like, "Yeah, you definitely still have a hernia." And then he was feeling around, and he was like, "Oh yeah, okay, yeah, because I can feel," and he never really finished his sentence of what he can feel, but you know it's not good. So he pretty much said that I definitely still have a hernia. The muscles are still torn. He said it might heal itself by 12 weeks, but if it doesn't, then to go ahead and call him and he'll refer me to a surgeon. Yeah, it's definitely still there, but it's not nearly as bad as it was before. It looks significantly better than it did a long time ago. But yeah, he said he could feel all the way down, and he said that that's pretty rare to be able to feel all the way in, but he also said it might be just because I'm tiny. So just crossing my fingers that the hernia is going to go away, and if not, then surgery is next on the list for me. Sucks. Other than that, I'm feeling really, really good. I completely stopped bleeding. I think it was like at 3 weeks. And there was actually 2 days it was the day of my 6-week appointment that I bled. Like, I just spotted, and it was really, really dark blood, which is probably TMI, but dark blood usually means it's older blood, and I just bled for like a day and a half, and it stopped. So since then I haven't bled at all. I'm assuming that I'm not going to bleed for a good 6 months now, because with Lilia I didn't get my period back until 7 months postpartum. The only other thing I can think of is I'm still breastfeeding, and about 5 days ago, or maybe it was a little longer, I don't know, but a few days ago, I was having this like soreness on on my right side, all the way like on the outer side of it, and it was just like really sore, and I never thought anything of it, just because like when you breastfeed sometimes your boobs hurt, it's just part of life. But it was just in one sore spot, and then I noticed that every time they would suck on that side, it was kind of like a clicking feeling, like I really can't explain it, but I pretty much came to the conclusion that it was probably a clogged milk duct, and so I just kept breastfeeding, and it went away like a day or two later. But it was just really weird, because I never had any clogged milk ducts with Lilia, or any problems with engorgement or anything like that, and so now I've officially experienced that, and it was pretty painful, but I guess I'm just kind of used to pain at this point, so I didn't even really like think twice about it. But anyway, that's gone now, and pretty much the only thing that keeps me going at this point is the fact that I know there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Like, there's sleepless nights right now, there's constant crying, and there's not that much reward as far as smiles and giggles go, and I just know that even if it takes like a year or two, eventually I will get to sleep through the night, and I will get to see all those smiles and giggles, and all of this will end eventually. So that's really my mindset as of right now, is just that I just like say one more day, one more day, one more day, because it is really, really, really tedious dealing with 2 newborns all the time. It's just like, oh my god, it's constant feeding, burping, changing, spit up, sleeping, and of course it's doubled, so like here's your normal newborn, and then you have like a million more in between, because I have 2, so this is pretty much how I can explain my schedule. Here's a visual. And I now see eyeballs over there. I think Kyson might be waking up, but yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys my 6-week postpartum belly. Okay, so here's with the shirt on. Let's see. And then here's with the shirt up. Ice! You have ice! Ice! Okay, and here's with the shirt up. Up! So you can kind of see, let me see if I can get close up. So you can kind of see, there's how much it sticks out. My belly button has gone in so much compared to how it was before. But like you can see, it doesn't stick out nearly as much. It's really just the skin though. It hangs like this. But I mean, it's really not that bad. And I know it'll get better, but it's just a waiting game right now. Alright, so that's pretty much all for my 6-week update. I can't think of anything else. So yeah, if you have any questions, be careful. Let me know and I'll try to get back to you. You wanna come say hi? Hi. Lily was swimming. Hi. Come say hi. Hello. Hi. Say hi. Hi. Hello. You have a draw. She calls us her draw. Is that your draw? You see, who's that? Say Lilia. Say Lilia.
Is that?
Yeah. Say mommy.
Mommy?
Yeah.
Mommy?
Mommy. Also, I'm going to be doing an update about her birthday because she's going to be 2 in a month. I can't believe it. My baby's growing up. I just love you. Yeah, eventually I'm going to be doing an update. I ordered a few things for her birthday, and as soon as I get those, I'll talk about her birthday because she's going to be 2. I have a few videos on my list. I still haven't done my labor and delivery video. I promise you I am gonna do it, and I have things written down, so I didn't like forget what's happening. You know, up. I didn't forget like what happened during the labor. And I will make it, I promise. It's just like way overdue right now. Okay, well that's my cue. Kyson's waking up. So I will go ahead and talk to you guys for my next update, whenever that is. Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Say bye.
Bye.